there, this is Chad Garber, and in this video I'm going to show you how to play We Fall Down by Kutless. Now I'm going to show you how I play it. This is not how they play it, but this is how I play it. And then the verse. And the next part. So that is it. If you like this video and videos like this, please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more. Okay, let's get into this. Now, when I say it's not how they play it, it's just the beginning part, the intro. It's not exactly how they play it, but it goes along with how they play it. So it works perfectly, the timing-wise. I just like this better. It sounds cleaner to me, and you know I think. But again, so it's not like it won't work. It's not like it's way off there. I mean, I'm not just making this up. I mean, I did make it up, but it's in conjunction with the song. And so anyway, the first part is they do something like that. I think it sounds better. I've done it for years like that live, and so I just maybe I prefer it that way. So anyway, what I'm doing is, but the rest of the song is how they play it. Okay. Okay. So what I'm playing is I use a middle finger, hit the second fret of the B string. I pick down, and then I pick up on the first. I put my pointer finger on the first fret of the E string, and I pick up. So, and then I go back to the second fret of the B string. So pick down, second fret of the B string, pick up on the first fret of the E string, pick back down on the second fret of the B string. Then I pick up with my pinky on the fourth fret of the high E. Then I go back, pick down on the second fret of the B again. That second fret of the B is a crucial centerpiece of this lick. And then you go to the, then I use my middle finger, and I just kind of pull it down to cover the second fret of the high E. You can just cover up both strings if you want. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. And it doesn't matter if it rings together a little bit, because that's how they do it. Alright, then you pick down on the B string again, second fret of the B. And then you pick up again on the first fret of the high E. And then you go back to the second fret of the B, pick down, back to the first fret of the E, pick up, back to the second fret of the B, so it goes back and forth. Then what I do is I slide with my middle finger to the fourth fret of the B, but then I go right back to the same first fret of the high E with my pointer finger. I pick up on the, like I said, I pick up on the first fret of the E, and then I pick down the second fret of the E. I pull off, pick off, and pick down on the second fret of the B again. So it's go back to the fourth fret of the high E, picking up, and back to the B, picking down, second fret of the B, and then back to the, the same thing you did at the very beginning. You go back to the first fret of the E, and then the second fret of the B again. In other words, you just add this part in. And the rest of it's the same. So the whole thing is. Whoops, I got that noise there. Last time it goes. You end it on the second fret of the B, the second fret of the E. So the whole thing is. Okay. Now the next part is clean, and what I do is I just do bar chords. So I start off with the F sharp bar chord, which is your pointer finger over the second fret of the E, A, and D, and G, and you have your ring finger over the fourth fret of the A, and your pinky over the fourth fret of the D. Yeah, you basically you have your pointer finger over all the strings of the second fret. I usually don't hit way up there. I just hit down. Actually, it's a major. So if you go that high, but I just do it bar. I just hit the 3 chords. Yeah, I hit those 3 chords, and it's a bar chord, so it's neutral. It's not major or minor, because the actual it's a major. But it just sounds too much, too full to match the song, in my opinion. So I just do it 3. So I just basically play my pointer finger over all the strings in the second fret, but I just play, and I put my ring finger over the fourth fret of the A, and my pinky on the fourth fret of the D, and I just play those E, A, and D, the top 3 strings. Alright, then you take that same chord pattern, put it on the, it's a C sharp, so you put your pointer finger over all the strings other than the E on the fourth fret, and then you put your ring finger on the sixth fret of the D, and your pinky on the 6th fret of the G, and just play those 3 chords. Goes back to the first one. And then you take that same chord configuration and push it down 1 string. So you do the same thing, except you're not playing the O. You take your pointer finger over all the frets of the second fret. All the strings of the second fret. Take your ring finger, put it on the fourth fret of the D, and your pinky on the fourth fret of the G. Slide it up to where you were before. And that's generally the picking. You can kind of get it from the song. It repeats that twice. Then it goes distorted. You do that. You go to the where your pointer finger is over all the strings of the 2nd fret other than the low E, and your ring finger is on the 4th fret of the D, and your pinky's on the 4th fret of the G, and you start with that. And then you go to that first one, where your pointer finger is over all the strings of the 2nd fret, and you have your ring finger on the 4th fret of the A, and your pinky on the 4th fret of the D. And then you go to that chord again, where your pointer finger is over the 4th fret of all the strings, and your ring finger's on the 6th fret of the D, and your pinky's on the 6th fret of the G. Now here's something I add. I played it at church a lot, and I love how this sounds. They don't do this on the song. What I do is I go. All I'm doing there is I'm doing octave. I'm taking my pointer finger up on the 4th fret of the A and my pinky on the 6th fret of the D, and just playing those 2 strings. Slide up 2 frets and then slide up 2 frets again. You don't have to do that. I just like it. If you don't do it, you just stay on that chord, okay? And then it goes back to the verse, and then it goes into the bridge where there's a solo. It starts out with the exact same intro lick. Then it goes, then you take your pointer finger, or pick your ring finger, and put your pointer finger on the 4th fret of the B, and your ring finger on the 6th fret of the B, and do a bend there. A half step bend. So you do a bend, come back down, pull off to the 4th fret of the B. And then pick down on the the 6th fret of the G string. And then take your ring finger and slide it from the 4th fret of the, the 6th fret of the D string to the 8th fret of the D string. I'm sorry. Yeah, so not from. So okay. So you go do that first lick, and you end up on the 6th fret of the G string. So you slide. You don't really slide. Well, you kind of. You really do. You kind of slide from the 6th fret of the D string to the 8th fret. But you're not really picking that. You're not really hitting the 6th fret of the D string technically. But you are. You're just not picking it as a single note. And then you use your pointer finger to hit the 6th fret of the G again. And then pick up. Pick down back on the 8th fret of the D. And you pick twice on the down twice on the 6th fret of the D. So. That's the first time. Second time it goes. Same thing up to that point, but then you go. And all that is you got put your pointer finger over the 6th fret of the G, B, and E string. And pick down, and pick down on the 6th fret of the. Pick down on that G string, the 6th fret of the G, and then pick up on the 6th fret of the B. And go back down to the. Let's go back down to the 6th fret of the G again. It's kind of like the first lick. He's doing that. And then you put your pinky on the 9th fret of the B. And back to the same 6th fret of the G. And then you pick up on the 9th fret of the high E. just goes with my pinky. I put my pinky on the 9th fret of the E, and I pick off to the 6th fret of the E string. So I'm on the 9th fret of the E to the 6th fret. Pull off to the 9th fret of the B string. And then I use my my middle finger to hit the 7th fret of the B, and then my pointer on the 6th fret of the B. And then I end it with my pointer finger on the 6th fret of the G. So it's... And that is it. And so that's the whole song. If you like this video and videos like this, please feel free to subscribe to this to my YouTube channel. And have a great day jamming out with Kutless.